All right, CNT120, Chapter 1. We're now at the section on kind of our LAN MAN WAN and a couple of those type of terminologies used to classify our network. When we say LAN MAN WAN, these are usually ways we can classify a network by the size, how much area that it is covering. So let's take a look at these real quick. LAN, local area network. A local area network is a network confined to a relatively small area, maybe a room, a floor, a house, or a building. So the network I have in my house is a LAN. The network you have in your house is a LAN. The network we have in our church is a LAN. The network that would be in maybe the hall tech building of the college is a LAN. That would be a local area network. It is relatively, small in geographic area. And this would be an example of a LAN here. A number of devices plugged into a switch, number of devices plugged into your house kind of thing. A MAN, a metropolitan area network, is larger than a LAN, obviously, but it's used to connect citywide type of environment. We're sitting in near Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Harrisburg, Pennsylvania is the capital of Pennsylvania. There's a lot of government buildings in the city of Harrisburg. The connection between maybe those government buildings would be a MAN. That'd be a good example of a MAN. The government buildings connected together in, the capital city of a state. That would be a metropolitan area network. And there might be a high bandwidth network connecting those buildings, but that would be that city, that network for those government buildings, if you will. Meanwhile, a WAN, a wide area network, is used to connect smaller networks that are scattered around either the country or the world. So a WAN would be maybe connecting the Pittsburgh office of my company to the Philadelphia office of my company. The WAN connection, that WAN network connecting my offices together, my smaller LANs together. So I might literally be connecting different branches of a company together with a WAN connection, with a WAN network, a wide area network. The company my brother works for is based out of the Netherlands. He's up in Maine, and there are sites around the country that they're all connected together back to the corporate office over in the Netherlands. So they're obviously using WAN connections to connect those smaller networks together. Personal area network, a PAN, personal area network, is a network of devices. Usually we're talking inches to a couple feet here. These are things between, your smartphone and your car, if you will, your smartphone and maybe your laptop, those kind of things. These kinds of devices I'm connecting in a very, very small geographic area. That would be my personal area network. They mention a BAN, a body area network. Some of us that are using, fitness trackers and those kind of things, whether it be, my watches or devices, my oxygen monitors, those sort of things, hearing aids, these kinds of things they tend to call body area network, connecting all of those together, all those devices together. A SAN, a storage area network. This is kind of a highly specialized network designed for storage purposes. And here would be, let me show you the example of what this is. Here would be our regular LAN, if you will. Our devices, our user devices are connecting to servers, and these servers are really just the kind of the middleman to move that data onto higher volume storage devices. And then there's literally a network, usually a high bandwidth fiber network connecting these servers to the high volume storage devices. Example might be if you're in an area where you have a very large hospital nearby, the network, the network in there is moving lots of data around. There might actually be a storage area network on the back end of that hospital where all the users are accessing the servers here, and the servers are literally acting the middleman to store those high volume or high file size, so those large file size files, onto the storage area network and retrieve them, scans and images and those kinds of things. So a hospital might be a really good example of a storage area network on the back end, storing those large files of MRIs and scans and those kinds of things. That'd be a storage area network. A wireless LAN, or wireless local area network, is what a lot of us have in part of our network at home. A lot of us have a wireless piece to our network. If you remember early on, we talked about my router at home is really like a network in a box. Well, part of that is my wireless access point connecting my wireless devices into my LAN. In a business environment, you literally have separate access points for the devices to connect into. Again, this is something in our 125 class. We actually configure the network, and then we configure the access points to connect into the network to give users wireless access to the network/internet. So wireless network would be the wireless piece to, in many cases, an existing network that you have. All right, next section we'll come back and talk about some topologies.